Okay, guys, we are almost there, but one of the most important deadlines is coming up. In 2022, the Real Estate Commission made changes to the real estate contract that impacts a deadline we used to call the loan termination deadline. That deadline has now been separated into two separate deadlines in the contract. The first deadline is called the new loan terms deadline, and that gives buyers an opportunity to discuss with their lender, once they are under contract, what their interest rate is, what their payment is going to look like, and what the terms of the loan are. If any of that is unsatisfactory to you as the buyer, you have an opportunity to terminate within your new loan terms deadline under Section 3. Secondly, you have a second deadline in relation to your new loan. Your lender has about 25 days, give or take, depending on our closing time frame, to fully commit to your loan being approved or denied. In that instance, you do have an out in the contract almost all the way up until closing, right in that 25-day window when we're closing in roughly 30 days in that scenario. During that time, if your lender cannot get your loan approved for whatever reason that might be, you would have an opportunity to terminate the contract and retain all of your earnest money under the new loan availability deadline under Section 3. What this change did is it took away the very rare instance, but unfortunate scenario that we used to have where sometimes a buyer would be looking for an out a few days before closing and use their old loan termination deadline as a way to terminate the contract because they didn't like the terms of their loan. Really, by day 20, 25, 27, you should know exactly what your loan looks like. So what we're doing in this competitive market for my buyers, I'm actually, if it's okay with you, and we'll talk about this, taking out the new loan terms deadline completely. We partner with great lenders that can educate you up front what interest rates are, what your payment's gonna be, and what your loan terms are. If you still want an opportunity to additionally review your loan terms, we can put that in there, but it is going to be a little bit less enticing for a seller to take our offer because the more roadblocks we put in way of a clean closing, the less competitive we are as buyers. So my recommendation in 2022 in this competitive market is to waive your loan terms deadline. Keep your loan availability deadline. In most cases, there will be some cases that we can waive that as well. We'll talk about that, but those are what the two deadlines look for.